Good morning, children. Today, let us see the poem. Yesterday, I taught you the author's note. So, we've learnt about the author, Henry Cuyler Bunner. And I've taught you that he was born on August 3rd, 1855 in New York and educated himself in New York City. And he turned to journalism after working as a clerk in a business establishment house. And in 1877, he also became the assistant editor of the comic weekly named Puck. And he died on 11th May 1896 at a very young age of 41. And yesterday we learnt about his work. And today let us see the poem. And the heart of the tree is what the heading of the poem. As I told you, the heart for human body, it is very important as it maintains life. And the same way, the tree on the whole, the trees form into the heart for the world, for the universe, and it maintains the life of plant and animals in the universe. So let us see the poem and what the heart does. Actually, in our body, the heart purifies the blood. It helps in purifying the blood. So blood is one of the vital organs. It's a liquid organ that is very important, and that helps in transportation of material, helps in removing carbon dioxide from our body, which is produced during oxidation, and provides us with oxygen to carry on all our activities. So the poem, The Heart of the Tree. So if you see the stanza 1, not only stanza 1, all the 3 stanzas, it's a very short poem written in the form of a lyric, and with 3 stanzas. Lyric is a poem, I already told you, it deals with the poet's own feelings, the states of mind and his perceptions. And this is a relatively short poem just with 3 stanzas and with 9 lines each. And such poems called Spenserian stanza. Spenserian, S-P-E-N, S-A-R-I-A-N, Spenserian stanza. And so let me explain the stanza 1, pay attention. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven and I, for song and mother croon of bird, in hushed and happy twilight heard. The treble of heaven's harmony, these things he plants who plants a tree. So what does the poet say in stanza 1? In the opening stanza, he speaks about, he poses a general question to the readers. In stanza 1, as we read, the first line is a question. According to him, so what does he say? According to the poet, planting a tree means more than what we mean by plantation as an activity. So it is not just an activity. What does he do? He plants a friend of sun and sky, and he plants the flag of breezes free. So what does he mean? So then the poet, he goes on explaining the question. What does he plant who plants a tree? According to him, the one who plants a tree plants a friend of sun and sky. That is, the tree is suggested as a friend of sun and sky because one day it will grow tall. It will grow very tall and make friends with make a friendship with the sky and the sun. Because you know, the sunlight is very important for the tree to turn carbon dioxide into oxygen. So that is why he says he's a friend of sun and sky. And the tree is a friend of the sun as the tree is dependent on sunlight to carry out the process of what process? You all know, you would have learnt in biology, it is a process called photosynthesis, and that is the process by which the plants prepare food. So what the plant does, the leaves will absorb. The leaves have something called chlorophyll, a pigment called chlorophyll, which are present on the surface of the leaf. So this chlorophyll can take the sunlight. They can trap the sunlight, and this sunlight that is given by the sun will help the plant, the leaves, which are the kitchen of the plant, will prepare the food. And is it preparing only for itself? No, it prepares food with the help of carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere, and it will take carbon dioxide, and from the soil it will take water. So this carbon dioxide and water together form into glucose. So that is what we eat, the starch. And that is why the poet calls the sun as the friend of sky and, the tree as a friend of sky and the sun. So the tree is a friend of the sun, as the tree is dependent on sunlight to carry out the process of photosynthesis and make its food. Similarly, the tree is a friend of the sky also. It takes in carbon dioxide, it clears the atmosphere. So all that carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere is taken in by the tree, by the leaves. So when the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is removed, when the plant prepares food with the help of carbon dioxide, all these are absorbed and they produce glucose that is for us as food. Not only that, during that process they produce a lot of oxygen, and this oxygen is very important for us to maintain life. Okay, and this is what we absorb, we take in during the process called respiration, and with the help of that we maintain our life. And during it takes in carbon dioxide from the air and releases oxygen in the air, and thus what does it do? It purifies the air. Also the transpiration, so there is something called transpiration. You know what is transpiration, children? See, the leaves will have, the plant will keep on absorbing water from the soil. So the water that is absorbed, it cannot be retained in the leaves for a longer period. So what will the tree do is, it will release water also into the air. So the H2O, water content that is given into the air, will in turn condense to form rain clouds, and those clouds will help us give rain. So thus the water cycle also is maintained. And so what happens? The transpiration from trees becomes responsible for cloud formation in the sky before it rains. And the tree is again compared to a flag of breezes free. So the tree is compared to the flag of breezes free. So what does he say there? Like a flag. So like a flag, you would have seen a flag that will flutter in the air, in the breeze. So like a flag flutters freely in the breeze, the leaves of the tree. So the trees that have leaves, that will flutter, and what will they do? When they move in the air, they provide us with soothing, cool breeze. And the tree also grows high. So the shaft of beauty towering high. The shaft is the ray of beauty towering high, going very high as if it's touching the sky. What will it do? The tree grows high with its long narrow stem. So the long narrow stem of the tree grows tall as if it's going to tower and touch the sky. And it looks like a beautiful tower. So the tree that grows taller and taller as if it's like a tower trying to touch the sky. And he says it appears he plants a home to heaven and I. So what does he mean by that? So as if he's planting a home to heaven. So that is the sky. Heaven here means the sky. So home to go closer, and I is near, closer to the heaven. So it appears that the trees have made a home closer to heaven. The man plants the tree, and then he says, for song and mother croon of bird. That means the man plants the tree for the mother bird. So the mother bird, what will it do? It will sing a lullaby to make the little ones sleep. So the man plants the tree for the mother bird who sings to her young ones happily. So mother croon will sing a happy song to the little ones in hushed and happy twilight heard. So with a soft and gentle voice in the twilight. So twilight at the faint light when you see when the sky is about to become dark during the dusk. So at that time you can hear the song of the mother bird singing in a hushed and happy voice for the little ones to sleep. The bird's high-pitched tone. So what does he mean by this? The treble of heaven's harmony. It looks like the bird's high-pitched tone adds to the pleasant harmony of the universe. So the treble here is the high-pitched music of heaven's harmony, the peaceful agreement that is made between the sky and the earth, and that is done through this tall tree that is growing very tall, touching as if it's touching the sky and as if it's building a home to which can be very closer to the heaven. This is what he means to say, and that is what he says, these things he plants. Who plants a tree? So what all he explains in stanza 1. So first he asks a question to the readers to think, and he doesn't expect us to answer immediately. He answers. He says the person, by planting a tree, what all he does, he plants a friend of sun and sky, and he plants the flag of breezes free. So he calls the tree as a friend of sun and sky because sun helps the tree by providing it sunlight. So it provides it with sunlight, and that sunlight is trapped by the pigment called chlorophyll. The chlorophyll helps in trapping the sunlight, and the tree also absorbs the carbon dioxide. So that is why it is called the friend of sky. So it is clearing the environment, providing us with a clean atmosphere. And not only that, it helps us in providing us with food, that is glucose. And during that process, it releases oxygen that helps to maintain human life. So this is what he means in the first and second line. And he plants the flag of breezes free. So means he says that the leaves, when they flutter, when they move side by side during the wind, what it does, when it moves, it produces cool breeze for us. And it soothes us and providing us cool breeze. And The shaft of beauty towering high, he means to say as if the beauty, the tall tree grows so high as if it's going to touch the sky, and it looks like as if the tree has built a home. So the person who plants a tree, as if he is helping us build a home that is closer to heaven. And for song and mother croon of bird, and this bird, mother bird, during the evening, during the twilight, in hushed and happy voice, it's singing the bird for the little ones to sleep. And that looks like in a high-pitched voice, the heavens harmony. That voice is seemed to connect the heaven and earth.